Welcome back to Recrafting. Today, we're starting a project that mixes retro charm with modern chaos. These are the steps we will take along this long journey. All right, let's begin this journey with the part that looks innocent, but absolutely isn't. The 3D pieces. This is the moment you realize maybe printing a 1-meter van in more than 20 parts was a bold choice. So I did what any responsible adult would do. I numbered everything like I was preparing a Lego set for someone I don't trust. Removing printing supports, what can I say? Boring. So let's move on to the joining part. Time for epoxy, the glue that gives you 5 minutes to work and somehow dries in 30 seconds. I start lining up the parts with these little guide pins because without them, this combi would come out looking like modern art. Then masking tape everywhere just to stop the pieces from escaping while the epoxy thinks about drying. And yes, it dried on me a few times before I even finished applying it. But look at that. Piece by piece, the combi is coming together. The chassis is assembled, it's huge, and it already feels like it's planning to take over my workshop. Next step, welding the joints with heated clamps. This is where the combi goes from 3D puzzle to structurally questionable vehicle. These welds make everything stronger, and also make me question why I didn't print it in fewer pieces. But hey, more chaos, more content. For the fragile spots, the 3D pen comes in. It's basically a hot glue gun that went to university. Perfect for filling gaps, reinforcing weak areas, and covering up the mistakes I definitely didn't make. A small warning before sanding. Always use protective equipment. Glasses, and a mask. I don't want to be responsible for any lack of safety in your projects, because nothing goes better with a fun weekend than inhaling plastic dust and becoming a human 3D print. Now, let's sand the marks from the staples until the combi is smooth, or at least smooth enough so that no one complains in the comments. Now we enter the finishing phase. Also known as, why did I start this project? This is the part where the combi stops being a fun idea and becomes a full-time job. First sanding, then filler, then sanding again. It's basically a skin treatment for plastic. I start from the top because that's where there's still optimism. Then I move to the front, then the back, then the doors. Basically to all the places that look at me and say, fix me. And believe me, there are many places. I start with 180 grit sandpaper to shape everything. Then I switch to 320 grit for a smoother finish. And just when I think I'm done, when I take the first step, I go back, admire my work, and think about celebrating, the combi whispers, more filler. Every single time. Then I go back, apply more filler, smooth it out, sand it again. But hey, little by little, the surface starts to look less like a 3D print and more like a real van. A very demanding van that requires a lot of work. And that's it for this episode. The VW bus was glued, welded, patched, sanded, patched again, sanded again, and somehow it's still standing. Next time, we'll get to the fun part, the painting. How wonderful that process is. I'll leave you with some problems I had, and we'll see each other in the next video. If you made it this far, give it a like. Thanks, guys. Don't forget, here it's 90% hope and 10% skill.